Obviously, there will be bunch of spoilers about the social network. I admit that I missed out big time. I never expected that Facebook would have been so successful with its performance in stock market. While it is nice for people who are able to make profit from this, I have a growing concern with how Facebook is becoming. It is too big, it has too much power, and it has massive influence on politics. In turn, it can affect the outcomes of elections and ultimately the direction of the countries. Regardless, here we only want to review the movie, which is highly dramatized and contain fictions. Mark Zuckerberg, a founder of the Facebook, is portrayed by Jesse Eisenberg, who is known for many other drama and comedy movies. Mark in the movie is the protagonist as a Harvard undergraduate who struggled to maintain the relationship with her girlfriend Erica, played by Rooney Mara. He basically got in feuds with friends and foes alike over Facebook ownerships and properties and ended up fighting legal battles with them. The movie is not meant to depict the accurate origin of Facebook, as the director David Fincher mentioned that he just wanted to make it because of great script writing. Erica actually does not exist in real life, and actual Mark Zuckerberg had been in a relationship and eventually married Priscilla Chan at the time of creation of Facebook. Supposedly, the story is an attempt of combining and retelling from three perspectives of several rival parties. Mark Zuckerberg and representatives from Facebook in real life saw the screening of movie and were not exactly accepting with how the movie portrayed them. For the sake of review, I will just make comments purely on the movie, ignoring the reality aspect of it. So in the movie, Mark was a student majoring in computer science, and he had a bit of black hat streak, especially after he got dumped by his girlfriend in the beginning of movie. Out of spite, Mark hacked into Harvard database and harvested list of female students' information and created a website where people can rate their attractiveness. He made a deliberate effort to target Erica and made mean-spirited comments about her. Not long after that, he faced disciplinary action, but his work received attention from Winklevoss brothers, who eventually pitched to Mark about social media idea. Upon agreeing to work on their idea, Mark along with his friend Edgardo Severin developed their own version in secret and named it Facebook. Eventually it took off, and then, to expand the Facebook, they moved to Silicon Valley and met Sean Parker, who created Napster for assistance on funding and networking. Throughout the story, Facebook gradually transformed into a real, full-fledged company. However, Mark eventually encountered troubles along the way, including removing Edgardo and Sean from prominent roles in Facebook for various business reasons. While it is clear that the movie attempted to paint Mark as a somewhat sympathetic figure, it is not known what actually happened in real life. He could be much more ruthless and calculating. At the same time, the parallel story is also being told that Mark is in the court contemplating the consequences of lawsuits. In the end, everyone involved in the nascent beginning of Facebook got the varying fractions of stocks, resulting in becoming multimillionaires and billionaires. At the very last scene, we see Mark trying to reconnect Erica on Facebook. The scene is obviously designed to show that it is not all about money, despite that Mark is the youngest self-made billionaire. In many scenes, Mark appears to be very quiet but often intense and all about business. It is not surprising if many people did not like him. Again, it is not too clear if Mark actually acted like that in real life, although I think his testimony in Congress might provide some insights on his personality. Regardless, I can understand that setting up and running Facebook from bottom up takes a very demanding personality, an enormous amount of talent, a lot of street smarts, extremely computer literate, and tons of perfectionism and excellence. The movie is heavily catered toward the wide variety of audience, so there are not much of technical talks related to computer, business, or legal points of views. So instead of that, it heavily focuses on college scenes and partying. Overall, I would say that the movie is entertaining for its dramatized story, not necessarily for its accuracy if you are willing to ignore actual details of what really happened, and you can always check out actual interviews and books written by people who met and worked with Mark Zuckerberg in real life.